Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm Michelle Wright, your host and fellow traveler on this journey of self-discovery. This podcast is designed for women navigating life transitions and yearning to embrace their true selves. I'll be sharing my personal journey from navigating the complexities of divorce and blending families to reshaping my career to something that resonates with my soul. With 3 decades as a teacher and mentor, I'm here to share insights, heartfelt stories, and practical strategies. Together, we'll explore how to cultivate self-love and create the vibrant, fulfilling life you deserve. Join me each week as we dive deep into the art of living authentically. Welcome to the Lead with Your Soul podcast. My name is Michelle Wright, and I am your host. I am back here in sunny Alberta, enjoying the beautiful spring that comes with heat and snow, depending on whatever day it is. So it's been quite exciting to be back near my family and near my friends. Today, we're going to talk about the theme, I am safe. And I'm going to break this open, how this has come alive for me this week. First of all, is every day I walk my chocolate lab and we go around these beautiful lakes that are near us. So we're in the trees and I just love it. You just get this sense of nature and it just envelops you. As well, we're in April and there astrologically has just been so many things happening in April. Actually, all year in 2025. There has just been huge moves and shifts and squares and just crunchiness from an astrological perspective. So if you do not follow an astrologer, I would get you to look up someone on YouTube that you enjoy following and that resonates with you and that you feel will help you in your journey. Ways that astrology has helped me is because I've been able to look at the larger collective energy that kind of vibrates through everybody and figure out what is collectively out there and what is mine. So what is my own energy, my own astrology? And you can definitely look into that, get someone to do a reading and kind of deep dive. You can also just look up your sun, moon, and rising and just figure out those. But astrology really helps. And that's what's been happening this week. There's been lots of crunchiness. Here in 2025, we have an election coming up. There's just been lots with different things economically happening, just a lot of shaking up of old paradigms. And that's been interesting as we shift. I can almost feel the vibration of just, yeah. So I've been walking. I've been saying to myself and feeling that need as I'm walking in the trees of just grounding my chakras into the earth, this beautiful Mother Earth that has been here for millions of years. And so these small little transitions, nothing to her. And just grounding into that deep, strong, nurturing energy. And allowing myself and saying out loud, I am safe. I am safe. And just continuing to say that as I walk through. And I imagine just the energy of these trees taking all that does not serve me. And I set that intention as I walk. I say, my spirit team, I invite them to come in. My angels, my ancestors, just come in. Protect me, help guide me. So the way I feel and imagine protection as I'm going is I just imagine around me this beautiful white light just coming from the center of my heart and just growing around me. And I imagine the hands of my spirit team, my angels, my ancestors, my loved ones, just putting their hands and just giving deep love and protecting me. And in that, I'm asking, I just need what is for my highest good. And for what isn't my highest good, my worry, my fear, anything else that I'm just thinking about incessantly or spirally, which is not always helping me move forward. I was imagining it just floating away from me and just moving into the beautiful branches of the trees. And using that imagery, using this as a type of meditation of letting go and releasing and just letting and surrendering. I was imagining surrendering to their love, surrendering their protection, and believing that I deserved it and it was happening. And as I continue to say, I am safe, I can just feel myself and my energy, just even as I say it right now, grounding into my heart, into my soul, into my body. So if you're listening to this, I get you to stop it, stop what you're listening to, and just try that for yourself. And you might put your hand on your heart and just say, I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. And you might try imagining your spirit team, or you might be walking, or you might be just sitting on a couch in your car. It can be anywhere because it's your mind, your imagination, your energy that you're taking with you. And this week, these walks and saying that and imagining and grounding each time and saying I'm safe has been an essential part of me healing and getting through what I need to get through. I continue to be in transition. Now we're in transition instead of traveling. Now we're home. And I was surprised because I'm excited to be home, but transitions are hard. It doesn't matter if they're small or big, ones you choose or ones you don't choose. You're coming in. This is a completely new piece. Both Jason and I are retired. Both of us are moving forward with new adventures, new passions, and new ways to serve. And as we're doing that and exploring how to do that, we don't know the answers. And it's really difficult and at times hard because you don't know the answers. So then you can almost cycle yourself up. And that's where I say I'm safe. There's no right or wrong way to choose forward. Being in between two worlds is okay. And the word for me that continues to come up is that need to surrender. Just surrendering to what is, surrendering to how I can move forward, surrendering to enjoying my family and being in that present moment. It can still be difficult, even though I'm talking about it, though, the actual living of it each and every moment can be really hard. And another piece that I know as I believe that I am safe is that if I want this to be a truth as I move forward 6 months, a year, 2 years, 10 years, I need to imagine myself in those places and imagine who I am in that place. And what does it feel like? What does it sound like being truly grounded, truly safe? And how do I allow myself to create and allow that feeling in this now, today? Because today I'm in the transition and I don't know where I'm going. And in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, I will know. I'm in that now. And in that future, I imagine myself in service. I imagine myself aligned. I imagine myself continuing to heal, continuing to peel the onion of all of my shadow work, continuing to expand. And it's a beautiful journey, that soul that I am continuing to become. And so I need to embrace that in the I am safe. And another card that came up for me this week, and I was so surprised by it, was abundance. And I've spoken about this as well, I know, in the podcast, and it continues to be a theme, is the abundance that I need to release fear of scarcity, fear that there's not enough, this competition. and recognize and allow myself to say, I am safe and I easily receive all the abundance in my life. Abundance of love, abundance of time, abundance of health, abundance of work, abundance of creativity, whatever I'm calling in. I need to just imagine myself being safe and open and easily receiving. And that has been tricky this week, just with all the changes and all the things happening and reminding myself. And these walks have been essential because I find it has really settled me down. It has really calmed me down and it has centered myself in my day. And so I've made sure that I took this walk every day. I'm a Taurus, I'm grounded, I'm of earth. So this actual being outside in earth for me is a way that is so helpful. Some people might find that in a bath. Some people might find that with music. However you find this grounding, this ability to surround yourself with the love, joy, healing, hope, and light from your spirit team. Explore for you what that is. There's no one right way. This is just my way as I share my story. As I've gone through this week, there's been different layers that I've been bringing into my practice, and I thought that I would share some of those with you. Now, first of all, is cards. I love cards because I continue to pull cards. So for today, even, I thought that I would pull cards, and I pulled from the Judith Orloff Surrender deck. It's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. On the back, you have just the sky and the sun shining through. And the card is surrender to what is. You just can't make this up because what a beautiful card for I am safe. I'm going to surrender and allow myself to lean into what is coming into my life. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So this is the card. If you're watching the video on YouTube or on Spotify, you can see this card. And she just has her heart up and she's just opening herself to surrendering to what is. And I think at any time in our lives, that need for control, that need to guide it has really been my downfall at times, has really limited my awareness to what could be or what is, and has limited the miracles that can come to me. And so surrendering to the transitions that are happening in my life right now, surrendering and allowing myself to be in each and every moment and listen to my body and listen to my soul on my walk when I'm sitting. I was at the expo, this wellness expo this week in Cochrane, and it was just beautiful as I set that intention and I had people pull different cards. And my intention for this was just to surrender and to be of service to the people coming to my booth. Some would want some readings, and we did readings. Others, it was just a powerful conversation as they shared a story. It might have been a story of loss, a story of grief, a story of goals they were setting or what they were trying to bring alive in their life. And what is in those moments, if I wasn't doing a reading, is I was holding sacred space for these people at my booth. And isn't that a beautiful way to serve others in the collective, in my community, in my family? And I was doing that, being in the moment and allowing who needed me to come in for a reading and needed just being present for those who just wanted to pull a card and share their stories. It was wonderful and powerful. Another card that I pulled for us today was from the Asha Frost, the Animal Elder deck. Very powerful. Her work is extremely powerful. You can follow her on Instagram. She has a book, and I have her 2 decks. And she really has been a pathway to healing for me. If you haven't connected with her work, I would. Today, what I have is the Elder Orca. So Elder Orca is coming. That's the energy that's coming. And it's tend to your village. And it was interesting because at first, as a woman, I was going, oh, so I need to serve those around me. And that's what the other card, when I told my story of the expo, was about as well. But instead, what she's really talking about, tend to your village, is something Jodi Carrington, she's another psychologist in our area and actually has become quite famous for work in the field of trauma. And she talks about your top 5. And she's really saying every decision as you move forward in transitions, who you are, it's your top 5. Because really, there's only 5 people or less that really are the ones that can name you, really are the ones who know you and can guide you forward. So tending to your village is who are your chosen family, who are the people in your village that hold you up, that guide you, that hold sacred space for you when you need to sort through your thoughts, your healing, and creating that village. I have found mine, and it is in many ways. I have people in my village online. I have people in my village in my family, my beautiful husband, my children. I have friends that I cultivate. And what I've also been learning in my village is that people come in, even though they're my top 5, they'll be helping me with different aspects of myself. So it's not like one person is the everything. Actually, it's a well-rounded team, just like my spirit team. My alive human village helps me in many different ways, and they each have their own perspectives. They each have their own gifts and talents that really help me and guide me. And then I've been working on building that secondary. I have my top 5 and then that secondary village where maybe it's not the BFF, maybe it's not that person that is syncing with your soul at a soul level, but they're people who I really resonate with. And that at this moment, in this time, in this transition, I just find us coming together and they help me resonate and grow and expand and heal. So I call it that secondary level of my village and just growing it out and expanding it slowly. Sometimes even in there, the people that I might follow on Instagram that have inspirational quotes that really touch me and help guide me. And I found they've come in at the right times. To be honest, I also find my cards part of my spirit team that guides me and helps me move forward. And that's at a spiritual level. And the orca's talking about your inhuman level. What are you building? I don't know for yourself. I'm just giving you some ideas of cards. I know I'm thinking in my head, the other thing that I want to do is in my YouTube channel, Lead with Your Soul podcast, I want to start sharing some of my cards because that's how I got into cards is people talking about the cards, showing them online, and then talking about how they actually use them, the voice of that particular deck, and exploring that way. So if you ever have questions about different cards, connect with me through the podcast. Connect Lead with Your Soul podcast at gmail.com. You can send me an email. You can also connect with me on michellewright.co, which is my Instagram. And just start using cards as one of the ways that you get messages, and they help you in times of transition. They help you feel safe. They help guide you to your highest good. So that's what I have found. Another tool that I use is Kyle Gray. So I have Kyle Gray here, and he has angel prayers. He has many different decks, so you might access his work through decks. I first accessed Kyle Gray. He works with angels, And I just loved his prayer work. It just felt like a really good match. And it wasn't connected to a particular religion. It wasn't connected to a religion, as we say, like the United Church or the Catholic Church. He looks at ascended masters. He looks at archangels. And that was a beautiful gateway for me to start. And even this week, I reconnected with. So I was connecting on that walk with Archangel Michael. Now, my name is Michelle, so I feel very connected to Archangel Michael. I have seen him in different works. I've seen him on different buildings and architectures and just had those synchronistic moments. So I feel a very strong connection with him. And one of the ways that I ask Archangel Michael to work with me is to cut cords and to take that what is no longer serving me. And I imagine, because when I've seen him on buildings, he has this beautiful sword. I imagine it being a sword of light. And so I imagine these cords of fear, these cords of attachment, of shame, of guilt, of all the things that I have never done or been. And I just imagine him cutting them and healing them. And this is also how Kyle Gray works with Archangel Michael. So I'll put the title of the book in my show notes as well. And I'm just going to read. This is the prayer. So he has, right, this dispelling negative energy. So this energy for me that is going on right now, he has a prayer and he uses Archangel Michael and the ascended master Jesus. So he sees Jesus as an ascended master, one who has powerfully connected with his own soul in different ways and is here to share. And that's part of his work, is working with ascended masters. And so this is the prayer, and he says that you can use, and I feel it powerful for me as well. Heavenly hosts, Archangel Michael and Master Jesus, thank you for being with me right now. With your sword of truth, Michael, cut the cords of fear, the barriers of doubt, and the chains of anger surrounding this situation. As you do, see them transformed with love. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing me with your sacred heart and for lovingly guide me. I forgive all that needs to be forgiven and become a light to the world with my purified heart. I surrender to the divine will, knowing that only good lies before me. Powerful. I find prayer powerful. However you find prayer, poems are powerful. Rumi's poems are powerful. The words of Kuan Yin, Abode Shiva are powerful. Those are all prayers. As we speak with our heart, with our soul, as I was walking in those woods saying, I am safe, I am safe. Archangel Michael, help me. Those are prayers. They can be simple. They can be complicated. They can be from a book. It does not matter. This sense of connecting with the divine through prayer and receiving the abundance and blessing and help and healing and solace and love through prayer is something that has been very powerful in my life. It has brought me hope when I needed it. It has brought me light, that light of hope and that light that I can heal and that things will get better. And that I can be in this situation, in this now, knowing that I am held and cared for, no matter how difficult my journey is, and no matter how difficult and lost I might feel in any given moment of transition. Cards can be used as prayer, getting a book with Kyle Gray, just so many different ways that you can connect to this hope and healing. And as always, I journal. When I do the cards, when I came back from my walk, when I read the prayer from Kyle Gray, I'll journal. What am I feeling? What am I thinking? What am I recognizing that I need to let go? How is it changing? And I do the automatic writing. I just write and I don't worry about what it looks like. What's beautiful about it is that I'm getting it down and I can take as much space as I want or as little space as I want. I can draw. Journaling helps me process all my thinking and my feeling. And it's a way that it allows my heart, mind, and soul to align with all that I'm releasing and that Archangel Michael is cutting. So for you, in your journey, I'm not sure where you're at. These are some of my tools. I'm not sure when you hear this, because no matter when you hear it, it's the right time. If you have crunchiness in your life, if you have some difficulty in your transition, and you're still trying to figure out how can you lead with your soul, these are just a couple of the tools that I use in my tool belt. And I find them powerful in the everyday. They just help me move forward. I would love to hear for you what that looks like, what that feels like. Once again, connect through my email or in my Instagram. And until next time, live your authentic and beautiful life and lead with your soul. That wraps up another episode of the Lead with Your Soul podcast. I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time with me. As you navigate your own life transitions, remember to be gentle with yourself and embrace the journey. If you found value in today's episode, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Join me next week for more insights and inspiration. Until next time, keep leading with your soul.